In today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 healthy, delicious, and budget-friendly meals that you can easily toss together any night of the week, especially on those busy weeknights. Hi everyone, if you're new here, my name is Jessica, and here on my channel, we focus on all things mom life. So whether that's cooking, cleaning, or finding effective and efficient ways to take care of our family, but everything we do in this space does have a bit of a healthy twist, as I am a holistic nutritionist and a nutritional practitioner. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, I would love it if you take 2 seconds, open up the description box down below and hit the big red subscribe button. That way you don't miss a single video. I get asked all the time here on YouTube and on Instagram what I do when I'm in a pinch. It's been a crazy long day and I don't have a lot of times to whip together a healthy, nutritious, easy, delicious, and budget-friendly meal. So these meals are so simple and easy to follow along, which I would highly encourage you to do. We're gonna jump into cooking. We're gonna throw some things together that pair beautifully. Also, I know that healthy eating can seem extremely expensive, so I really wanna drive home that it does not have to be that way. We're gonna be putting together these budget-friendly meals in a cinch, and they honestly are packed to the brim with vitamins and minerals. So I'm so excited for today's video. Let's jump into cooking and I hope you enjoy. We're gonna jump right in with my speedy tomato pasta. This is so flavorful and easy to throw together and a huge fan favorite in the house. My husband even said this medley is by far one of your best. So when I put this one together, I typically serve it with 2 servings of brown rice pasta. However, we had chickpea pasta in the house, the Bonza brand, which isn't my favorite, but I do have to say the texture of the noodles held up really well in this dish. So we're gonna go ahead and get started by chopping up our mushrooms, our garlic, and putting that all in the pan to heat up. And during that time, I'm also going to bring my pasta to a boil. This is that dish on a Monday night or even a Thursday night when you're exhausted, you're not sure what to put together. You look in your pantry, you see tomato paste, some noodles, and you know you have some veggies in your refrigerator. Go ahead and add this one to your menu because it is so flavorful and comes together in a pinch. And also it's something that's really flexible. You can swap out some of these ingredients that I'm using here with whatever you have in your refrigerator and the pantry staples that you always have on hand. As always, with all of the recipes I'm sharing in today's video, be sure to open up the description box to get all of the exact measurements and how to assemble it and put it together in your own kitchen. And if there's one ingredient in this you should not miss, it is the lemon. Adding that fresh squeeze of lemon into this dish just brings everything together and it's so delicious. I live in Michigan and we have still been dealing with snow and multiple rainy days. So when I'm filming this recipe, it had been raining for 3 days straight. So nothing like a warm, comforting soup sounded better. This is my creamy coconut mushroom quinoa soup. The flavor in this dish is so amazing. I mean, anything with garlic, onion, and olive oil that starts that way, but bringing it all together with the mushrooms, the quinoa flour, the full fat coconut milk, and chicken broth. And then there is one hero ingredient in this dish that truly makes it, and that is a 1/4 cup of sesame oil. It brings all of these flavors together and marries them beautifully, that this has become by far one of my favorite dishes that we've ever made. Adding in the quinoa flour does an incredible job at making the soup perfectly thick. However, if you don't have full fat coconut milk, you only have coconut milk in a box, or you only have the half fat coconut milk, I would recommend you add in the tiniest bit of psyllium husk, but I warn you, if you add too much, it will be very gooey and sticky. So I would recommend just 1 small 1/4 teaspoon. Now, if you have full fat coconut milk and one that is not a box, you don't need to add the psyllium husk at all. The quinoa quinoa flour will be perfectly fine and will add the perfect texture. So I go ahead and I add 3 cups of chicken broth. You can of course use vegetable broth if you want to make this dish vegan. Then I added my kale and my quinoa along with all of my spices and seasoning, and I like to let this simmer on the stove for a minimum of 20 minutes. My preference is right around 40 minutes. Once it comes together, the smell will be amazing. It'll overwhelm your entire house, and everybody will be asking, what's for dinner? Between that 1/4 cup of sesame oil and now the juice of 1 lemon, these are 2 things that bring this dish to another level. It is so good. I like to top it with some fresh parsley and some red pepper flakes, and this is a huge hit for my family and is such a yummy, comforting meal. This one is an elevated breakfast for dinner with these quinoa breakfast tacos with kale and butternut squash. I don't know how many times I make breakfast for dinner, but it is frequently. So I thought, let's take it up a notch and make one of our favorites. So for this one, we're going to need some cooked quinoa, some butternut squash, along with some kale, some purple cabbage, scallions, cilantro, some grain-free tortillas, and about 4 pieces of previously cooked turkey bacon and an avocado. So while my quinoa is cooking, I'm going to get started on the pan, some frozen pre-chopped butternut squash that I just buy in the freezer aisle at Whole Foods. I'm also going to add in the kale and the cabbage to this and let it all come together and wilt. After the quinoa has fully cooked, I will let that cool, and then we will toss together our salad that will go as the stuffing inside of these beautiful, flavorful tacos. I don't know about your family, but if I call something a taco, my children are pretty much bound to eat it. If I wrap any ingredients inside of a shell, they will most likely try it and eat it. So that's why I think that taking a unique twist on these breakfast tacos is such a fun and creative way to put together something fresh and new for a quick weeknight dinner that doesn't take a lot of planning because you can use so many of the ingredients that you have in your refrigerator. These tacos are exceptionally filling. However, if you are interested in bulking them up a little bit more with some animal-based protein, you could always fry an egg or even scramble some eggs and toss that on the inside of them. But you might just want to scale back on a little bit of your quinoa stuffing because it is quite filling. So I'm going to be adding some citrus, some lemon and lime, mixing that all together with some salt and some pepper. It really doesn't need much more than that because of all of our pan-fried veggies and the delicious slices of avocado that we'll put on at the end. If you give this or any of the recipes a try, please let me know in the comment section down below, and then be sure to tag me on Instagram. I love seeing all of your Instagram stories and recreations. I always try my best to like what I share them on my story. It's so inspiring to see you guys recreating these in your own kitchen for your families. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and if you liked this video, you can let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. It means a whole lot to me, and it definitely means a lot to the YouTube algorithm. And again, if you like this sort of content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It's right over here on the screen now. That way you don't miss a single video, and I hope to see you back here next Thursday.